Have you ever thought about how the way you lie in your birth order can affect your personality traits? Whether you were born first, second, or you're an only child plays a major factor in some of your personality. According to Understanding the Power of Birth from Today.com, last updated October 4th, 2010, Frank Soloway, who has a PhD and is the author of Born to Rebel, Birth Order, Family Dynamics, and Creative Lives, states that the different aspects of the personality can be as big as the difference between a brother and a sister. Birth order is important because it affects the different personality traits of each child, and it can affect the different parenting styles that each child receives. Birth order affects the different personality traits of the firstborn, the middle child, and the lastborn, also known as the baby of the family. The firstborn is sometimes known as the achiever. According to the article, The Achiever, the Peacemaker, and the Life of the Party, How Birth Order Affects Personality, from HuffingtonPost.com, last updated on February 22nd, 2014, it states that the firstborn is usually over-responsible, reliable, and careful because they are used to getting the most attention from the parents. They're also thought of sometimes as being the mini adult because they receive all of the attention from their parents and they would rather be around adults than around younger siblings. According to Unlocking Your Personality, What Birth Order Says About You, from CignaBehavioralHealth.com, last updated 2006, it states that usually the firstborn is used to taking on a leadership role because they are known to be looked up upon as from their younger siblings. According to the article, The Personality Traits Linked to Birth Order, from CBSNews.com, last updated on June 10th, 2002, it states that parents shouldn't try to be an improver, and they also shouldn't pile so much responsibility on the firstborn. The first child always tries to be perfect for their parents, so if the parent tries to improve them or always perfect them, then it leads the child to put more pressure on themselves and can eventually lead the child to failure. Also, the first child feels like they have the most responsibility of all these siblings, so parents should try to make sure that they even out the responsibility between each child. If the first child is known as the achiever, then what is the second? What is the middle child usually known as? The middle child is usually known as the peacemaker. According to the article, The Achiever, the Peacemaker, and the Life of the Party, How Birth Order Affects Personality, from HuffingtonPost.com, last updated on February 22nd, 2014, it states that the middle child is usually understanding, flexible, cooperative, but sometimes also competitive. The middle child usually receives the least amount of attention, so they seek out more attention from peer groups. Also, receiving the least amount of attention can lead them to be the most rebellious child. According to the article, Unlocking Your Personality, What Birth Order Says About You, from CignaBehavioralHealth.com, last updated 2006, it states that the middle child is usually good at compromising and getting along with others, since the parents usually give the least amount of attention to the middle child. According to the article Personality Traits Linked to Birth Order, from CBSNews.com, last updated June 10th, 2012, it states that the parents should make time to listen to the middle child, and they should also update their photo album regularly. Whether you believe it or not, the family photo album usually contains most of the pictures of the oldest child or the youngest child, so parents should try to even out the pictures so that the middle child doesn't feel left out. According to the article Birth Order in the Middle, from pbskids.org, last updated 2005, it states that parents are usually more easygoing and less demanding with the middle child, which results in the middle child having a more easygoing outlook on life. If the middle child is known as the peacemaker, what is the lastborn child known as? The youngest child is usually known as the life of the party. According to Birth Order Youngest, from pbskids.org, last updated in 2005, it states that the youngest child is usually persistent, affectionate, and great at storytelling. It also states that the youngest child is usually the most outgoing and is a good charmer. According to the article Unlocking Your Personality, What Birth Order Says About You, from CignaBehavioralHealth.com, last updated in 2006, it states the baby of the family is used to having the others do stuff for them, so they're less likely likely to take more responsibility and they have problems making decisions. According to the article Personality Traits Linked to Birth Order from CBSNews.com, last updated on June 10, 2002, it states that parents need to stick to the rules and hand out more responsibilities to the younger children. Usually the youngest child is the least disciplined because the parents have already gone through the process with 2 or more children, so they're a lot more lenient with the youngest child. Also, the youngest child also seems to get the least amount of responsibility because they make up excuses as to why they can't do as much as the older children can, so parents should make sure to even out the responsibilities, that way there is no fighting between any of the children. Clearly, birth order is an important factor in determining the different personality traits between each child and in determining the different parenting styles that each child receives. No matter where you lie in the birth order, whether you're an only child or if you were born first or last, you are who you are, and you are individually unique because of it.